Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Church of the Vice. I'm the Vice Lord. I'm here to instruct you through all of your bad intentions and just taking 30 minutes of today to dedicate some time to yourself. First couple minutes, we're just going to talk. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Paul. I'm a weed addict, obsessive compulsive. Used to be 315 pounds. Used to really love being lazy as I could, sedentary as I could. Rarely moved. Until I found calisthenics, I was a pretty passive person, and it affected my health, my mental health, everything. I do all of this just for my mental health. My body and all the benefits I get are just because of how much my mental health is important to me. This video is meant to be an introduction, so eventually I'm going to crop this video into being this version of me, kind of the introduction, simplified version. And then the other side will be the very intense, extended version of the workout that I want you to grow into. What's important about this workout today, it's an introduction. I'm giving you a circuit of today core exercises, mixture of core and some cardio just to get the heart rate up while also focusing strictly on the core, front and back of the core. We're going to go through a lot of different things. But the main thing is to not hurt yourself. You're watching this video right now because you need an introduction into fitness. You need a chance to grow into this. Do all these exercises at the best you can. The main thing outside of this exercising is trying to eat as much protein as you can, build the muscle of what we're tearing apart today. We're tearing apart your core all through the cardio. And then also trying to walk as much as you can, small increments throughout the day. Whenever you can, get sunlight, but that walking is going to be really important to stabilizing your core, your legs, your upper body as we do all these workouts. This workout, like I said, is focused on core. So it's going to start with a really easy introduction. It's just get yourself warmed up. Get those knees raised up a little bit. Pull them towards you. We're just taking 2 minutes to get that body kind of warmed up, and then we're going to go right into the core. So I need you to focus with me. I'm going to try to do it at an angle for you so you can see the exercise more clearly. But at any point you look confused or feel confused, pause the video, take a moment to reassess, get back into the exercise. Like I said, our main focus here is to not hurt ourselves. That being said, we're going to hurt ourselves another way. This is why this is the Vice Church, or the Church of the Vice, is that we know that we have bad habits and we need to create better habits to counteract those bad habits. And this is a replacement for that, 30 minutes of not sitting on the couch is going to save your life. Okay, let's pull those legs just a few more times. We're just focused on warming up those limbs. Through many of these exercises, your body will slowly start to adjust to it. I'll do it at an angle. We're just doing a basic squat. We're going to be doing a few squats and lunges today for the cardio. So I want you to warm up on those squats and lunges. Go as low as you can. You're focused on sitting that butt back, sitting back into the heels, toes up. Whatever gets you to this exercise, that's all I want. You got to smoke some weed. You got to go take a sip of whiskey. I don't recommend it. I don't want you to do it. But whatever gets you here, get here. It's the Church of the Vice. Maybe you ate 3/4 of a bag of Doritos last night, like me. It happens, Don't be so hard on yourself. Good. Let's take a second. Let's warm up those lunges too. Just push that leg back. Try to sit down. Just go nice and slow. Just give me 3. We're just warming up. We're going to focus on the core, like I said, but I like warming up those legs first. Good. Let's go over to the right side. Excellent. Good. All right, in just a second, we're going to hop down to the floor and start with our leg raises. The main thing when we're on our back is try to push that lower back into the floor. That's going to put the focus in the front of the core while also strengthening the back of the core. Okay, let's get on our back. We're just going to do a left leg raise. You're just laying flat, pushing that back into the ground. Head is resting. You're just taking your time, pushing that back into the ground, trying to bend that left leg as far up as you can. Good. We're building stability. Do not hurt yourself. At any point you need a break, take that break. All right, let's take a second. We're going to switch over to the right. Good. Good. You do as much as you can. If you need to go slower than me, go slower. If you look on the other side of the video, he's probably going pretty crazy. But right now, we're just taking it easy. We're building a foundation. We're focused on the right side of the core now. Pushing that back into the ground, lower back, and upper back too, but not too hard. Building that foundation, getting that core warmed up. Now we're going to do the legs together. And in this, I want you to kind of bend that body forward a little bit. Bring that upper back up, good. And come back down nice and slow. Your feet can touch the ground, they don't have to stay up. Take a second if you need it. Good. I want you to focus on building that core. This is your foundation. This is why you're gonna eat a bunch of protein outside of this exercise. It's to build that core up. It took me a long time to get rid of my stomach because I would do all these core exercises. I wouldn't eat any protein. I wouldn't eat the right macros. And I was paying for all my gains were just going down the drain. Good. Let's take a sec. Get into our next exercise. Just a squat pull, starting back from the top. You can let those feet go out a little bit, whatever works best. I want you to squat pull, sitting back into the heels, trying to keep the toes off the ground. Get into it with me. Good. Now we're gonna go back to the lunges. Let's just turn left. Get that left deep lunge pulse. Oh, you're gonna lose your balance a little bit. That's why you gotta focus. I'm trying to look at the clock like an idiot. It's not a good idea. In 3, 2, 1. In 3, 2, keep going, keep going. All right, let's take a sec. Switch over to that right side. Pulse it out. Now, when we burn all these exercises out at the end, I'm gonna have you transition from lunge, squat to lunge. Go as slow as you need to, but that's gonna be at the end. For now, we're just getting it warmed up. Good. Let's take these last 10 seconds, get back to our squat, sitting back into those heels, nice and slow. Great. Good job. Lenovo's giving me a bunch of bullshit updates, so be patient with me. Okay, now we're gonna do some V-sit, building up that lower back and focus on the core. We're just gonna do one at a time. Bring one in, and the other leg. You're focusing here on trying to keep a nice 45-degree angle. If you like geometry, maybe you hate geometry, but trying to just keep it equally from the ground and from parallel to the ceiling. So somewhere in between, you're focusing on pushing that core and going nice and slow. And now, we're gonna go them together. You can tap in each time. You don't have to keep your legs up. Main thing is keeping your foundation, focusing on building that lower back and that front back. You'll feel it when you pull back. Right here, and crunch it in. If you need more stability, put those hands on the ground. It's completely okay. I just need you to build that low back right now. Good. Now it's gonna get a little bit harder. We're gonna bring both feet in, keep them on the ground, and I want you to alternate one at a time. That foot coming in is gonna stay on the ground, but the foot out front, try to keep it up if you can. If you can't handle it, they can both stay on the ground, but you still wanna get that core movement as you transition. Okay, this is exercise number 3. So now after this ends, we're going to burn it out, all 3 exercises. We're just gonna do the last version of each. We're already on the ground, so we're gonna go right to dual leg raises. You're gonna go right flat back, take a second, deep breath, push that lower back into the ground and come up. Try to touch those toes. If it feels better just to do the leg raise, just do the leg raise. But as you grow, I want you to try to push into that leg raise. Try to get that full crunch, get all of the core activated. Good, good. Take your time, do what you can. Do not hurt yourself. Let's hop up, do our little cardio. Like I said, we're gonna do a transition. I want you to start from squat. You're not pulsing, you're just moving. We're just gonna nice and slow, turn those feet into lunge. Excellent. Come back to squat and then to lunge. You're just going nice and slow. You're building the foundation. This is all keeping your core nice and engaged while you do some cardio. Think about that. Nice and slow. Do not hurt yourself. We're gonna go back to the ground for our last part, the in and out taps. In 3, 2, 1, back on that butt. Let's just go in and out taps. Keep that leg that's out in front of you off the ground. If it needs to stay on the ground, it's okay. Same thing, you can keep your hands down. If it helps, if you want to make it a little bit harder, put them out in front of you. Good stuff, guys. Okay, after this, we're gonna hop right into some planks, focusing on building that plank up, being able to put pressure in our shoulders and our chest and in our core. For right now, we're just gonna start with our knees down. So I want you to extend as far as you can, trying to keep that core flat, but also you can put your knees down. And you can keep your feet back in the back on flat on the floor, or if you need to, lift them up to make it a little bit harder. But for now, if you need to stay right here, stay right here. Do not push yourself if it's gonna hurt you. You're building those shoulders up right here. Eventually we'll do shoulder taps in other videos. Don't have to do it right now. I just want you to focus on pushing in that core. And 3, 2, now we're gonna slowly raise up. Get those feet ready. And as we come up, pull that core up. Good. Go really slow back down. You do as much as you can. If you can hold the plank for the whole time, hold it. If you need to knee touch whenever you need to. But right now we're focusing on building into a plank. You probably noticed on the other side of the video, I'll probably be doing a full plank mixed in with some mountain climbers, because that's what you're gonna build to. This is about building that foundation to take you to your full potential. But you gotta start here. You can't overdo it. Good. All right, let's go into the last sequence of it. It's a mountain climber. If this is too hard for you, just stay in plank. But as you grow, I want you to slowly start pulling one knee in at a time, putting stability into those shoulders, into that core, flexing that core. Really slow mountain climbers, nothing crazy. Like I said, if you just need to do up and down still, just keep doing that. I'm just building that core up. Good. Take a second. We're going into the second part. Just a simple left knee raise. This is activating the left side of the core while doing some cardio. You can do it stable. You don't have to be jumping like me. But we're just activating that left side of our core. You're doing great. Activate that left side. Good. Now, take a second. Same thing. Stability on the floor, keeping that foot flat. You're just activating the right side of the core now, pushing that leg up. And what we're going to turn this into after is just kind of a slow jog. Kind of the same thing. You're activating the core while doing a little bit of cardio. Push yourself, but don't hurt yourself. Just a few more seconds on this right side. Eventually, you'll start getting some pace into it, like on the other side of the video. But right now, just nice and easy. Okay, we're going into our last cycle in 3, 2, 1. It's a slow jog. You're just raising that knee up, activating the side of that core. It's a stability workout while doing a little bit of cardio. And as you can increase your speed, increase it. But for right now, go as much as you need to. I want you to start picking up a nice slow breath. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I don't want you to stop the video. As long as you need to, that's what you need to do. In 3, 2, 1. Let's get back on that butt. We're just gonna do a V-sit hold. Just nice and easy, putting those feet on the ground. To make it easier, you wanna put your hands on the ground, keep them out in front of you, not behind you. Don't push them up, out in front of you. If you wanna go harder, keep those hands out in front of you. You're just focused on creating that V with your torso and your legs and keeping those hands out. Maybe they're down here, maybe it's easier. But we're not holding ourselves up, we're not leaning too far back. We're focusing on the back and the front of our core, while also trying to keep our upper body parallel with the core. Great. In 3, 2, 1, take a second, reset. Now we're gonna do some leg raises. Nice and slow, nothing crazy. But same thing, you're putting the pressure back in that core. You can keep your hands down if you need to. And just try to raise your leg. My leg's directly in front of me. This leg to the side is kind of pigeoned out like a triangle. I'm just gonna try to get a few leg raises. If this is too much for you, if this already hurts too much, stay right here. Just lock it in. But I want you to slowly, eventually start lifting that leg up. I'm gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Take a second. Put that right leg out front. Left leg. Push that right leg up. Good. 1, 2. I don't care what side you start with. The main thing is just switching when I switch. Good. You got a few more seconds. And then we're gonna finish it up. Oh, sorry, yeah, this is the burnout. In 3, 2, 1, let's get back to that plank. If this isn't too much for you, just stay in the knees on the ground. If you can raise them up a little bit at a time, raise them up. If you can mountain climb, let's mountain climb. You did a lot of bullshit this weekend, didn't you? You smoked too much weed. You drank too much alcohol. You've been sitting on the couch too much. It's time to pay for those vices. That's why you showed up. That's why you met me here. Good. Just a few more seconds. Just mountain climb as slow as you can. In 3, 2, 1, we're gonna stand up and do a slow jog. We're getting those knees as high as we can. We're focusing on keeping those feet flat into the floor, focusing on pushing the pressure into the core. You're using your core all day. It's something I didn't realize for most of my life. I just thought I was gonna have chronic back pains. False. I wasn't focusing on my core. I wasn't giving the attention. In 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get back down to that V-sit. We're just gonna do a hold. Focus on that core right here. Let's hold up a leg if you can. Just hold it up. We'll do the left side first for just 10 seconds. V hold. If you need both feet on the ground, keep both feet. All right, switch to that right leg for me. Try to challenge yourself. This is the part where you build up to it, because eventually you'll be able to move the whole leg. But right now, we're happy with this. In 3, 2, 1. Good stuff, guys. All right, now we're gonna go to our third circuit. We're gonna do just alternating scissors. Really simple, pressing that back into the ground. If you can get the shoulders off the ground, it's really gonna help build that core. But if you need to keep the shoulders on the ground, no big deal. Just alternating scissors. Good. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Just alternate that scissor, guys. Good. Let's take a second. Let's breathe. Now we're going to do it even faster. This is where we're picking it up. We're starting to burn out that core. We're building our foundation. If you need to keep going slow, keep going slow. You don't have to stay up with me. But if you can keep up with me, keep up. Just a few more seconds, guys, and then we're going to burn out each side of our core. In 3, 2, look at that left side a few minutes. You can keep that stationary leg on the floor, but I want you to try to keep this leg up. Don't let it touch. You're just getting as many reps as you can in 15 seconds. Do as best you can. Push yourself. Ask a little bit more. You deserve more. And switch to the right side. Like I said, stationary leg can stay on the ground, but try to keep this moving one up. This is where you're pushing yourself. This is where you're going to grow into the next phase. In 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now we're doing a standing crunch, some more cardio, guys. So part of the standing crunch is you're just doing a little hop up and forward, but you're crunching that body. You're using the chest to press in and out, just barely hopping. A little bit of cardio. As you pick up the speed, you're gonna get into it. But right now, just go slow. However fast you can go, don't fuck your legs up. In just a second, we're gonna switch to doing it left to right. So a little bit harder, but same thing, basically. You're just focusing on the core. This is all quenching the core. Okay, stop. Now we're gonna go left to right. Excellent. Excellent. Left and right. Nice and slow if you need to. I might be going too fast for you. Don't go too fast, just nice and slow. You just do this every day with me, 4 or 5 days a week, you'll see the growth. You'll see the power. I just need you to get that protein. All right, guys. Nice and slow. Okay, and that's gonna transition into an alternating knee crunch. So we're just gonna pack it in now. 1, 2, make sure you keep your foundation on your base leg, but you're bringing that knee into the core. 1, 2, don't go as fast as me. You gotta go slow, go slow. But we're just doing knee crunches. You do your own pace. You do what's great for you. You showed up today, that's all that matters. Yeah, you smoke too much weed. Yeah, you eat too much shit. Yeah, you don't get enough sunlight, but you showed up. Let's count the W. In 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, down to our last part, just a left plank. So be very careful with this. I want you to focus on making sure your shoulder's over your arm, keeping your leg out, leg flat. If you need to bring your knees down, bring your knees down. You still can put pressure in your core. You don't have to bring your knees up. But if you can, pull them up. But for now, keeping your knees down is just fine. You still feel that pressure in your core and your lats. If you can, bring those knees up with me. In just a few seconds, we're gonna switch over to the other side. In 3, 2, 1, knees down, go slow. Now I get to look at your pretty faces. Like I said, keep those knees down if you need to, but keep the pressure in your core. When you're ready, and as you build through time, you're gonna pick those knees up and focus on that core. And eventually you'll start moving your legs too. But for now, we just gotta get the foundation. Let's build that core up. All right. In just a few seconds, we're gonna double down on that plank and try to make sure we got a good foundation. Take a second, both elbows to the ground, feet flat, plank it out. If this is too much for you, drop those knees down and hold. But through time, I'm gonna want you to build up and get that plank in full motion, keeping that butt flat, those feet flexed, push those toes into the ground. Good. Got a few more seconds and we're gonna start to burn it out. Excellent. In 3, 2, 1. Let's get fine on those backs. Let's do the left side. Just the left leg. Keep that right leg on the ground if you need to. Let's burn out that left side. Just 10 seconds each side, guys. Work with me here. Burn it. Burn it. In 3, 2, switch. Get that right leg some love. Excellent. Excellent. We're going to hop up and do our core crunches in just a second. Let's get a few more reps in 3, 2, 1. Hop up fast you can. Don't hurt yourself. Make sure you set that foundation. Make sure that leg is a good base. Both legs. Crunching it in. Get as high as you can. Don't go as fast as me if you don't keep up, you know. Take your time. But when you're ready, get that pace up. You've been doing a lot of bad shit to that body. Give me something back. But for now, you can take it easy too. In 3, 2, 1. We're just gonna go back to that plank, guys. Focus on building that core up. You wanna make it hard on yourself? Maybe you do a little mountain climber. If you need to make it easier, you're gonna put those knees down, take a break. But you're still flexing that core. The practice never stops. That's the thing, is you gotta temper your body to build this tolerance of pain. Whenever you're ready, bring it up. In 3, 2, 1. Excellent, guys. You got 30 seconds to reset your brain. I'm about to burn you out with a mixture of some good core exercises mixed with some cardio. Just stay with me, guys. Just stay with me. First, we're going to start with some cardio because we always need more of it. We can't get enough of the cardio. Just up and over. First, it's going to start with just up and up. Kind of something similar to what we were doing earlier. We're just pulling that knee up. But now we're going to intensify it. Try to get it up as fast as you can. If this is the pace you can go at, just go at this pace. It's okay. I want you to activate that core though. And then we're going to do another 15 seconds of pumping up the right side. And then we'll do some up and overs. Great cardio core exercise. All right, switch to that right. Nice and slow, just up and down. You're picking up the pace when you can. But if this is all you can do right now, that's great. I love it. That's all you can do. In 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go into the full cardio, up and over. It's just up and over. Up and over. Up and over. You're alternating each side. You're building stability. You're building all those flexors in the feet. You're building those quads. You're taking your time. Eventually you'll start picking up the pace, but for now, you're right here with me. Good. Okay, now we're gonna go to a really not fun move, but it's gonna be great for building your foundation. It's called a walking pike up. So a traditional pike up is just a kind of a plank mixed in with a big jump, but you gotta build your foundation. So you take your time, you hold that plank as long as you can, and when you have the stability, I want you to pick those knees up and walk your feet in really slow. You're picking that butt into the air, arms are staying in place, and you're going nice and slow. This is gonna build your pike up, but we're just walking it now. We're not jumping, we're just walking it in. This is so important. You should do this every day if you can, even if you're not doing these exercises. Get that back, some stretching, get that foundation in your plank. You're doing great. Good job. You just got a few more seconds. You're going nice and slow. Whenever you need a break, you pull those feet back, you keep that butt flat, and you put those knees down. But when you're ready, you come up and you keep going. Excellent work. All right, one more. And let's just stand up with it in 3, 2, 1. Sorry. A little bit more cardio. Just a low leg dash. All you're really doing here is just barely pushing your foot out. Maybe you pick your heels off the floor, get those feet activated, but just nice and slow. Same thing. It's a core workout. Every time you're pushing that one of those legs out, that core is quenching. Keep working it. Nice and slow. Eventually you can turn these into big leg lifts and it'll be a huge core workout. Right now, we're just getting stability built up. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay. Go as slow as you can, guys. This is meant to be a good stability and core workout. Maybe it's working your calves too. You're just pushing those legs out. Good. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Be careful with this last exercise, guys. It's meant to be a burpee, but I want you to go slow. We got a minute and a half to complete this. Do as many as you can. Don't hurt yourself. Nice and simple. You're just going down to the floor. If it's too much to push your legs out, I don't want you to push them out like that. I want you to just walk it back. But you're holding this plank for just a few seconds, and you're coming back up. Doing a nice slow burpee. Bring those legs out. Nice and slow. Don't hurt yourself. You're building your stability. When you're ready, push those legs out. But until then, you just walk in. Nice and slow, guys. I just need 3 seconds for each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and hold. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. All right, guys. You have a good day? Did you build that core? You still pushing it these last 30 seconds? You're almost there. And then we're going to stretch it out and give you a nice ending. In 3, 2, 1. In 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Almost there, guys. Just give me one more. Nice and slow. Do not hurt yourself. In 3, 2, 1. Excellent job, guys. Good work. We're just going to go right into the stretching. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me today. The first stretch we're going to do is actually going to be a little bit kind of extension of the workout. I want you to activate that back. So first thing we're going to do is some Supermans. Stomach's on the floor, chest up, legs are up. And we're just trying to reach up with our arms and legs, putting the pressure in our lower back. So we worked the front core a lot today. We did some back core, but now I need you to focus on that back core. Eventually you're going to start pulsing it. But for right now, I just want you to lift those legs and arms as high as you can. Good. We're going to transition this into a similar stretch in just a moment. Take a break. Now let's push those arms back. Kind of similar thing though. Rocket Man. Keeping those arms up, keeping those legs up. Putting the pressure in the back of the core. This is so important for that lower back pain, guys. This is where it's at. Stay with me. Stay with me. This is the last part, and then we're going to do some just traditional stretching. All right. 5 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good stuff, guys. Let's do a little stretching on the ground just to finish up. Get those legs out front of you. Oh, you did great today. You did so good. Oh. Make sure you keep stretching, guys. Do my stretch videos. I got them ready for you. I'm kidding. I don't have them ready, but I will. I really appreciate you joining me today. I don't really know what the name of this is yet. It's the Church of the Vice Church. I'm the Vice Lord. I don't know. This video is dedicated to Trey. You inspire me so much to want to create something that helps people. And yeah, let me know if this helped you or not. You might hate it. Either way, I appreciate the feedback. Let's keep stretching it though. Keep stretching it. Don't forget to do each side, left and right. But yeah, main core value of this video is love yourself, love all the bad things you do, because all the bad things are only going to help you get to the things that are good or what you perceive as good. But if you don't love the bad things, if you don't appreciate them, you never understand why you want good things, you know, or why you want positive motivations. All right, let's just do some more stretching, guys. Even after this video, do as much stretching as you need. Whatever you need to feel better. I like doing some side lunges. You kind of just same thing. You're pushing that pressure into the heels on both sides, stretching out this inner thigh. Also pushing back into that glute on the right. Just a few more seconds and go to the other side. Excellent. It's good stuff, guys. Now you have something to do for us today. You know, you have something to think about. The effort you put in. Now when you smoke weed or you maybe make a drink or, you know, maybe do a little bit of crack, if that's sustainable for you, it's going to be worth it, you know. I'm kidding. Don't do crack. Or, I mean, all drugs are bad, but, you know, do the ones that are sustainable. I'm kidding. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll do this again tomorrow.